Saelunil here, and hello and welcome to my first look at the Stout Axe Dwarves in Lord of the Rings Online. Alright, so, as you guys might see at the moment, I'm on the character creation screen for just a normal dwarf. And the reason for that is I wanted to explain the reason why there's a difference between the main dwarves that we've played so far and the Stout Axe Dwarves. So the main dwarves that we've played thus far, these guys here, are of Durin's folk. Durin was one of the original dwarves who was created. Now, the Stout Axe Dwarves, who we can see here, and you can play as a male or a female, they are one of Drassa's folk, not Durin's folk. So they are descended from one of the original different starter dwarves, if you will. Now, here's everything it says about the Stout Axe Dwarves so far as of October 2nd, 2019. The Stout Axes were once a part of one of the 7 houses of the dwarves known as Drassa's folk. Brought to ruin by their desire for the ring granted to them by Sauron, Drassa's folk doomed their descendants to an era of thraldom in the Black Land. Now, they have a few different things that they can do here. They can be burglars, unlike the normal dwarves, which we've had. Well, I'll say normal, but unlike Durin's folk, you get what I mean. But yeah, these guys can be burglars, which is very exciting, because the other dwarves cannot. But that's the only new class that's unlocked to them that dwarves have not previously been able to play. Unfortunately, they still can't be wardens, lore masters, captains, and they obviously can't be baronings. That would be really weird. But, yeah. Let's see, what are their traits so far? Their traits are unyielding will. Increased will. Despite suffering many centuries of thraldom, the will of the Stout Axes has never been broken. Wrought by the Black Land. Increased might and agility, improved resistance to shadow and disease. It is whispered that Sauron bred some among the Stout Axes using the same methods that had produced the mighty Uruk-hai and Olog-hai. Whether that is truly so is unknown, even to the wise, but it is certain that the Stout Axes have grown accustomed to the unforgiving realm of Mordor. Shadow of the Eye. Reduced vitality. Known to the orcs of Mordor as Shakglob, or Stone Filth, the Stout Axes have long served as thralls of the Dark Lord of Mordor. After enduring years of tireless labor and ill nourishment, the Stout Axes have lost some of the sturdiness they once possessed. That's sad. Doom of Drassa's folk. Reduced fate. Drassa's folk were a cruel people, and the ring given to their king by Sauron led them into war against their kin. When the Dark Lord demanded the ring's return, however, they refused, and his armies besieged and sacked their halls. The enemy took many of the survivors back to Mordor as prisoners, forcing them to toil in the mines and pits of the Black Land for centuries. Stripped of their history, their clan name, and even their own language, they became a lost people. As years passed, they adopted a new clan name, the Stout Axes. And they can all use one-handed axes, no matter what particular class they're playing. And let's see the difference between the males and females. There is none. I will show you better with a champion here, but see, here's a male Stout Axe Dwarf. And here's the female. Note how at the moment they look exactly the same, which I find extremely funny. I don't know if that's going to actually be a thing once they properly launch or not, but that is a thing for right now, at least. And I find it super, super funny that there is no difference between the males and females. I think that's the main reason why with the dwarves who are of Durin's folk that we have played with thus far, that's the main reason why you can't select between a male and female. I hope that eventually they'll change that so that you can, and then those of us who have dwarf characters already will be able to pick between the two. Like when we log in, be like, is your dwarf a male or a female? And then you select one. And then if you mess up, you can go back and fix that later. That would be really nice. I would like that feature very much. But right now, we have the Stout Axes coming out with the Minas Morgul expansion pack. And they can be male or female, which is super exciting. And as for the Minas Morgul expansion pack, let me click on this so that you all can see what the options are. I have not yet pre-ordered anything. But you can get the Ultimate Fan Bundle, which has all of this stuff that I'm showing you as I scroll through here. It comes with some glorious new pets, and some cosmetics, and titles, and things like that. And it is $130 US. which, if you ask me, is quite a lot, but at the same time you get a ton of stuff, so, you know, if it's worth it to you, then go for it. And the collector's edition has all of this that I'm showing you guys here, and that is worth $80 approximately. And the standard edition here, which has the main expansion content, an extra character slot, and some of these thingies here, and of course the Stout Axe Dwarf race, that is $40. So if you want to pre-order that, go ahead and do so, and then you will have all of those things unlocked. And then once everything is ready to launch at the end of the month, then you'll be able to get your Stout Axe Dwarves, which I am super excited about. I really want to play as a female dwarf burglar because that's something we definitely have not been able to do before. But I hope that there will be an option for having like no beard or very little beard so that it'll be a little bit more obvious that the dwarf is a lady, but we will see. But yeah, I will be back in another video showing you guys these guys some more once they have either been launched or are in beta again, available to be played with. Whichever of those I'm able to get my hands on first. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this, guys, and I hope to see all of you in the next video. Have fun on the end screen. Alright, I'm going to be ending this video here. I hope that you've all enjoyed it. Please be sure to give it a like, leave a comment, and to use the links on screen in order to subscribe to my channel, support my Patreon campaign, and check the links in the description in order to find other ways to support me, such as following me on social media and joining my glorious Discord server, Saelunil's Army. I hope to see you all there and in the next video.